It's week 1 of the National Football League, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Packers and the Bears on Monday night.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, a new season finally here. We had the great win Thursday night. All sorts of intrigue in the games yesterday, and now we put a bow on this first weekend with a good... It's a rivalry that dates back to 1921. The Packers and Bears are underway from Chicago. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Time to see the offense for Green Bay go to work. Aaron Rodgers leading them. What a career it's been. Came into the league back in 2005 as the number 24 pick out of Cal.
I remember watching him in college and seeing a guy that you knew had great potential, but I don't know that anyone knew that we would see how he would blossom as an NFL player who will go down as one of the all-time great quarterbacks. Can make every throw from every angle with terrific mobility, and he knows how to win games, always in contention for a championship.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Rodgers. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. That was J.J. Watt getting in there and getting him to the ground. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return, and the Bears take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Coming out of Ohio State, one of the top prospects in the NFL draft, and it was so big that they moved up in the draft to get him, to make sure that they had him. And, boys, he got the full package. Loves the game, big-time arm, 4.4 speed, so good that another quarterback prospect said to him, "What's it feel like to run 4.4? Everybody wants to be that fast."
To throw on 2nd and 6, Fields. And that is incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Yeah, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion. If your sympathies lie with the defense, you understand how tough it is for linebackers to run with a guy like this. He's going to slip out of the backfield and then work in the middle of the field. And sometimes those defenders get preoccupied with other people moving, and he finds open space and makes a nice play.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Here's Fields. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. Touchdown! Ian Thomas, 29 yards. And the Bears are on the board here first in the season opener.
And that third down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a first down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the first down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. A drive that time of 6 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Johnson. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play there on the catch and run.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On play action, Rodgers. Open man, Amari Rodgers, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's caught right side by Rodgers. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And it's a Packers touchdown. B.C. Johnson, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Aldrick Rosas on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And this will go for 5 up to the 33. 3rd and 2, Fields. This complete to Lockett. And he will have the Bears 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Bears.
Devontae Smith.
59 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead.
Well, sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Take it in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Now a throw here to his running back.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
I'll tell you what, these last couple of drives, much better from a defensive perspective. They gave up a touchdown on the opening drive, and then after forcing a punt on their last possession, it looks like they're going to get the football back again.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense.
He's showing off that arm, showing it off very well. They got the lead. Don't forget, though, about the protection he's had. The protection's been good.
And I'll guarantee you he hasn't forgotten about it at all because that's keeping him clean in the pocket, allowing him to step into throws and make those deep passes come true. I mean, it's just been beautiful for him to do. But guess what? In the huddle, on the sidelines, guaranteed he's thanking those big guys up front for keeping him safe. I have a feeling he made him buy dinner.
Indeed, entertaining to relive some of those deep balls. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way out to the 46.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Fields. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Finding some room at midfield. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers. Throw left side taken in by Rodgers. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. But I think the Bears have recovered. They have. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that challenge, a successful one. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Rodgers to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete. Here's Chris Jones now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Packers pick it up. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Meanwhile, Fields' throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little bumping. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On the give, this is Harris. A tough run, but not a huge gain. Dropped at the 25. On 2nd and 9, Fields. That's caught left side by Judy. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. From the right hash, this from 33. Blankenship's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first-half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Number 12 back out there. Aaron and his Packer teammates set to begin their drive. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And this will be a Packers first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it. And it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Packers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Rodgers. He'll get this complete to his running back, Bowden. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. To throw, it's Rodgers. Out to the left, he's got Sample there. That catch good for only a couple. Now a play fake. Rodgers. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. It was Von Miller who shot in there to get him down. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Rodgers going to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Here's Chris Jones now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
First down, and they go back to Harris. And not much there. maybe a yard up to the 24. Hands it off out of the gun. There's a nice move. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The Bears on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now it's Fields. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And to give this time to the tailback. Room to run past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Fields. Thomas brings it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner. Great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
Quick slant here to Smith. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Out of the gun, Fields. This is caught. Touchdown! Ian Thomas already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bears are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From the 6. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Rodgers throw into the hands of Sample. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Johnson on its poke free. Football's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. On first down, Fields. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. 2nd and 4. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing again is Fields. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Devontae Smith in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bears are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook, but even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Blankenship out for the point after. And the lead is now 24. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we reach halftime here in our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll start up in the Steel City, Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, where was the home team who were able to hold serve and get a victory in their stadium. Najee Harris, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium, and they were winners in that one over the visiting L.A. Chargers. Christian McCaffrey, a touchdown run in the victory. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough to check on the Patriots. And they were losers in their ball game as the visiting Buffalo Bills come in and took it to them. Josh Allen, 2 touchdown passes as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. And on now to a check on the next-gen stats in that first half for the Packers. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished through the air in those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for the Bears, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they're leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Field throw complete there to Thomas. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They hand this off to Harris. Able to avoid him at the 40. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On the delay, here's Harris. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Fields now to throw. Left side complete to Lockett. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Now that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. 2nd straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. Deep ball, short ball. That was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Chicago offense set to get started. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Boy, that was pretty. Sidestepping defenders on his way to a pickup of 9 yards. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Fields on third down. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And he will have the Bears first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him Charles come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. Another try after the first down sack. Fields over the middle, complete to Judy. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. Back to throw. Fields. In trouble, and he's taken down. Rashawn Gary, his 2nd sack of the night.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So the extra point good, and a roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Harris. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now, and what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Now a handoff here to his running back. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And he'll give it here to his running back. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. To throw is Fields. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bears. Miles Boykin, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Bears continue to pour it on. So it's looking more and more like it is going to be a successful kickoff to their campaign as they add on here.
And partner, you know NFL coaches, they're on the sideline thinking about all the little things that need correcting. But for the most part, they've got to be ecstatic with the way the season has started out.
Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A 10-play drive that time. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Throwing is Rodgers. Working the middle here. That's complete to Sample, the tight end. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Rodgers. Trying to lay one up deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Chris Jones now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 59 yards on the ground for him so far. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
On 1st down, it's Fields. Over the middle to Smith. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And now here's a carry heading left. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On second down, it's Harris. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. The Bears on third down. They've converted 7 times and could use another right now. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. Space to run past the 20. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big gain there on 3rd and long.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you...
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Taking it in from a yard out.
And the Bears are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
Taking it about the 1. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Rodgers drops it to Jones in the flat. And down he'll go at the 25.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Packers on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Open man, this is Lewis.
And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And again, it's Rodgers.
A check down here to Jones.
That catch good for only a couple. To throw again on second down. Rodgers. He gets this one to Johnson. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now Rodgers got to have this one. He's going to look deep down the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Now a 2nd down and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 79 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Rodgers now to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. To throw, it's Rodgers. Complete to his tight end Sample. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers again now. Complete. This is Lewis. 7 yards, the pickup there. 2nd down and 3. Now Rodgers. He's got this one complete to Rodgers. From midfield, here's Rodgers. This one hauled in by Sample. And he's got this down to the 35.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Come on now. Green 18. Coming to you.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and forced the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Rodgers. That's complete to the tight end sample. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So give him the yardage on the completion and also tack on 15 more.
If you get that hand up there, you've got to let go immediately or just not close the hand at all. He didn't, gave it a tug, and that was easy for the officials to see.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And he will find his man on the outside. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 7 yards the pick up there. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Steps away, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Well, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but yeah, that touchdown may be a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
Rosas good with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the fourth quarter and now can really take some time off the clock. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So that'll back him up 5. On 2nd down, this is Harris. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, Not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. To throw again on second down. Rodgers. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in a game.
Yeah, about 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. On the ground, it's Harris. 5 yards gets him back near the original line of scrimmage as they'll be left with a 3rd and long. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bears, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll have another home date next week as the Detroit Lions come to town. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles